my rebuttal speech goes like this. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so regarding my opponent's first framework, she talks about territorial integrity being a necessary condition to all the other benefits. However, the bottom line is it being a necessary condition to the benefits for Iraq, but not necessarily a necessary condition to the benefits for the United States, and we're supposed to be focused on the United States' best interest. So as a consequence, we should use the cost-benefit analysis with the focus on the United States' best interest, which is most close to what the resolution says and the most intuitive framework we could possibly use. Okay, now let's go on to her contentions. First, she talks about airstrikes no longer being useful and how they cannot solve anything. Well, first of all, let me point out that as the negative, I have no obligation to defend airstrikes, and I am not defending or advocating airstrikes. So the fact that airstrikes are not useful anymore, if anything, sides with me and points out the fact that the U.S. involvement over there is not particularly effective, and we really ought to pull out entirely. But the other thing I want to say about the airstrikes not being useful is that, first of all, not only are airstrikes not useful, but ground troops are also not useful. So, according to Beauchamp, 2014, ground troops are not going to solve the ISIL problem. Even if the United States reinvaded Iraq to destroy ISIS, there's no guarantee that even this would succeed. I take the somewhat modest position that the action of 6 million Iraqis may be more important than those of 30,000 American troops. Cut the card there. This is an important card, Judge, because it shows us that it's not enough to say that airstrikes can't solve to prove that we need to have ground troops there. We need to prove that ground troops can solve, or they need to prove that ground troops can solve, and they have not done that. They've only shown us that, in fact, airstrikes are bad. Okay, so for her second contention, they're talking about Weiss, and this is the ethnic cleansing thing. However, my first response to that is ethnic cleansing continues either way. Ethnic cleansing does not stop just because U.S. troops are there. These 30,000 U.S. troops cannot stop all those Shia militias all around the country from continuing their ethnic cleansing. And then the second thing I want to say about that is that my time?
Yeah.
How many minutes did you give me? 2? Okay. All right. But look, I need to. Let me demo this. Okay. So. The second response I have to her second contention is de Tocqueville 06. This is an extension of my uncertainty card. The reality is the only way that we can achieve peace over there, lasting peace, is to let them figure it out right now, which means there's going to be some violence, there's going to be some fighting. It's a matter of do we want it to end sooner or later. De Tocqueville tells us let them fight it out, ends it sooner and permanently. In order to achieve the results the AF wants, the U.S. may not interfere. De Tocqueville 06. Municipal bodies cannot defend their cause unless it be identified with the customs of the nation and supported by public opinion. Municipal freedom is not the fruit of human device. It is spontaneously engendered. The constant action of national habits, circumstances, and time, above all time, may consolidate it. We need to give them time to fight it out and figure it out. It's not good enough that we go in there and interfere. It's just going to cause a whole cycle to happen over and over and over and over and over again until we give them enough time to figure it out. So, as a consequence, this extends my uncertainty warrant and destroys our entire case. Her third contention is past examples. Those past examples are meaningless. Iraq's not the same place. The people fighting in the war aren't the same people. We're not the same country. And we, as a nation, lack the will to fight in the way that we used to. And besides that, again, there's no reason for us to fight if it causes things to get worse, which it does by preventing them from reaching their natural solution through de Tocqueville's mechanisms.